Hey guys, it's Heather from The Raw Buzz, and welcome to part 2 of my vegan nutrition. This is part of my Becoming Vegan series. I hope you all enjoy. Check out my ebook, Rawsome Vegan Holidays, now available for purchase on my website. Enjoy the video! Hydration, hydration, hydration. It is so important. Every single function in your body is dependent on water. And when you are completely hydrated, man, it's at its peak and it's optimal. Try eating a big meal first thing in the morning when you're not drinking any water. You just don't feel that great. Now try it again with drinking a liter of water when you wake up. So I like to put a liter of water next to my bed. Drink a liter of water when you wake up and see how you feel. Wait some time for the water to digest and then have your breakfast. You will notice a huge difference in how well you digest your breakfast and how energetic you feel. Because when you're even the slightest bit dehydrated, you can feel sluggish. And then I will have another liter throughout the day, and then I'll have another liter around nighttime. I think it's really important to stay hydrated. So of course this depends on the water that you're having in your food and that you and the climate that you're in and the amount of exercise that you're in. Obviously you're probably going to drink a little bit less water if you are having watermelon all day long and not drink too much water, because I actually ran into that problem when I was following a completely raw diet. There were days where I would just have watermelon orange juice, like things that were extremely water rich, and I felt very, very weird, like just I can't really explain it too much, but looking back on it, I definitely think I was having too much water and perhaps getting a sodium imbalance, because I would, like, when I felt like that, I would just get these really, really strong salt cravings. I didn't really correlate it. So pay attention to that as well. But most people, the average person, won't have a problem with that because it takes a lot to get to that point. Oh, I need some water right now. My throat's getting kind of dry from all this talking. Okay, I grabbed my water. So we're gonna talk first about protein. The subject and the thing that people only care about once you tell them you are vegan or even vegetarian. So protein is a very misunderstood topic. A lot of misinformation about protein out there. It's insane. Protein actually was the first discovered nutrient, and they realized that, oh my god, protein builds muscle. We must need so much. And actually until the 1950s, they didn't think that you could eat too much protein. So it was forced for people to eat more and more and more protein. But nowadays we have studies to back up that that is not the case. You can easily eat way too much protein, and unfortunately it causes a lot of health issues such as osteoporosis, kidney disease, and certain types of cancer and urinary stones. In fact, bodybuilders have a high instance of kidney failure, more so than the average person, because they're going to be the ones extremely concerned about their protein intake, and unjustifiably, because they're destroying their kidneys as they take all the protein powders. Do vegans get enough protein? Yes. The answer, yes. In fact, there are lots of vegan bodybuilders out there, and there are a lot of athletes who are going vegan because it's good for optimal health and optimal performance. So I have a question for you guys. If protein is the most important nutrient for building muscle, then the time which we are growing the quickest, the fastest, is when we are infants, when we are little babies. And what are we growing with? Mama's milk. So breast milk at this peak development, when we are incredibly, massively changing, we would need an excessive amount of protein, wouldn't we? Nah. On average, breast milk is only 5% protein. Mother's breast milk is only 5% protein. Can you imagine during the peak of our growth is 5% protein? Do you know what else is 5% protein? Fruits. I don't think nature messed up. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Humans' requirements are actually 2.5% protein. That is our minimum requirement that we need to survive. The World Health Organization wanted to be a little bit safe, so they said, okay, 5% is the minimum for people to be happy and healthy, and ideally problems arise once we go above 15% protein, actually even sometimes 10% protein. So you want to keep it around that optimal range of protein, and what's the best way to do that? Fruits and vegetables. So that's the optimum way to get protein. It's through fruits and vegetables, because you can make sure that you're getting enough, but you're not getting too much, because too much is very damaging. So I don't know how much what's the deal with supplements? Some people say that you don't have to supplement, other people recommend supplementing. I'm one of those people who recommends supplementing. Our soil is so depleted, we really need to supplement in this day and age. Even dairy and meat eaters have issues with B12 levels. Anyone across the board will have issues with their B12. It's not exclusive to vegans or vegetarians. It's all inclusive. Everyone can have problems with their B12. So I suggest you get your B12 checked and get supplementing accordingly. My B12 was pretty low. It was, I think, 245. So I started supplementing, and that helped quite a bit. And my vitamin D is low. You should supplement vitamin D. Anyone living in a cold climate or indoors a lot should supplement vitamin D. I highly, highly recommend it. It is going to make a huge difference in your mood, in your health, in your enamel, your teeth health, your nail health, every single aspect. It's going to help. And any other things that we should supplement? Well, chromium actually is something that our soils are fairly depleted in. And again, all these nutrients are all inclusive for all diets because we all have problems with them. Chromium is something that I supplement. It helps with carbohydrate metabolism, and it helps with the balance of serotonin and melatonin. And that's very important when falling asleep and regulating your sleep cycle. So chromium is another thing that I supplement with as well. And is there anything else that you should supplement with? Well, if you are having tooth problems, I would suggest supplementing with K2, or if you're having nail problems as well. Correct me if I'm mistaken. K2 helps transport calcium to where it needs to go. So you're having calcium. If you don't have K2, you're going to have calcium in weird places in your body that you don't want. And the K2 helps bring it to different areas in your body, helps put it into the teeth, etc., etc. So sometimes you can supplement with K2. Also, natto is a good source of K2 as well. And as of that, my point is anyone can supplement. It's not a vegan exclusive problem. It's a problem in which our food is grown, in which the way we live. So I think a lot of people should get tested, and if they're deficient, they should supplement. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic night, day, wherever you are. Bye guys.